Hey, high vibes, everybody. It's your bro LJ from the RTM community. Today's video, I'm going to be getting into the second stage of consciousness, which is the self-awareness stage, and how that, stage of consciousness ties into your reality, your present moment, and what you can do right now to raise your vibration. So let's get into the video. So before we get into the video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, check out the links in the description, to the RTM community, get connected. Also check out reprogramthematrix.com. There's also fresh merchandise on there from the MC. Gratitude to the MC, putting different, clothing, different stuff to, support the community, support the movement. If you're having trouble with your balance of your giving and receiving, that's a good avenue to give back to the community to keep this movement going that we're really building here, to reprogram the matrix. Getting into, self-awareness, it's very important that on our spiritual paths in the beginning stages, it's about becoming self-realized, realizing who you are, realizing your play in this game, this reality that you're experiencing. What's your role in it? What is your purpose? What is your drive in what you're doing in your life? Are you being navigated through spirit? And asking yourselves these deeper questions will get you onto that route of self-realization and realizing that you have to go within yourself. And a lot of people will point fingers on the outside, like the outside is the problem. And I'm not going to say that the outside doesn't have its problems, but the inside is where the problems stem from. And that's where it comes into on our spiritual paths. One of the big steps is to be self-realized. And a lot of people overlook that on their spiritual path. So we got to become self-realized, self-aware. What does that mean? So basically you have to become aware of your mind and your body, because your mind and your body is not actually you. When you become self-realized, you get in tune with spirit, with who you truly are, which is your spirit. And it's your spirit that's using the mind and body. So you have to observe the mind and body, become aware of it, and realize that it is not you, and you have to learn how to work with it so it's working with you instead of against you. Because a lot of people in spirituality tell you to cut off the ego, kill the ego, but you don't want to do that on a true level, because we're a part of this experience for a reason, and we're experiencing the ego for a reason, and it's there to help us in times of need. To be a spiritual warrior, sometimes you got to put fire on your experience into the different people in your life. Like, you're gonna have to give that fire sometimes, you're gonna have to give that water sometimes. It just depends on that self-awareness stage that people are at in their lives as well, because we all got to take this subjective path towards self-realization, really realizing who we truly are. Because when you do that, you get past the ego, you get outside of the mind and body, and you get in tune with your true perspective of why are you here, and that's what I wanted to get into next, is becoming self-realized within yourself. It opens up a doorway, into being self-realized with yourself in a community. What is my purpose within my life, but what is my purpose within the community? What am I here to do on that aspect of things? Because a lot of people in spirituality, they want to leave that out. They want to just tell you what to do, but they don't want to actually connect with you. They don't actually want to be a spiritual community. There's a lot of fake communities out here, but there's only one true, community that's coming together, and that's the Reprogram the Matrix community. Like, we're really bringing things together, people living together, taking that journey to being self-realized within, and then also taking that journey to being self-realized on the outside, bringing that connection in others, spreading and rippling out that Reprogram the Matrix vibe into other spiritual like-minded beings, because we got to come together. This reality, everybody's wanting to separate. They're wanting to divide and conquer themselves and X themselves out from, what's going on. And we have to be observant of what's happening and making sure that we're self-realized within ourselves and taking the steps up that stages of consciousness, because it gets deeper than just the self-realization stage. Remember that, I'm only talking about one stage here, and it keeps going, so we got to keep taking those steps. And if you want more information on that, check out reprogramthematrix.com and join our community and get that spiritual water from Astro. You know, he's given the message and he's given us the blueprint of how to navigate and how to move up these stages of consciousness, you know, and we got to take that approach. And self-realization is a big step on that, you know, mountain up, because that's where we not start at, because then there's the unaware stage, which is before the self-awareness, and that's where most people in society are at. Most people are unaware that they're a spirit inside a mind and a body, you know. So when you become self-realized, you start to learn about yourself. You learn how your ego operates. You learn how it works, so that you can take the steps that you have to take on your path to tame it, so you can reach your highest potential, which is your immortality, you know, when we get to that 7th stage of consciousness, you know. So I'm going to leave the video at that. I hope you found it helpful for you on your path. And yeah, my gratitude for tuning in. Keep vibing high. Peace in and out.